Hey, what's up, guys? Day 251 of my 365-day adventure slash challenge, and today I'm going to talk about fashion, which is actually really funny because as I'm looking at myself, I normally wouldn't wear these brands together. I'm very much the person that I usually will be doing Adidas on Adidas or like Nike on Nike. And Levi, I mean, I don't really rock Levi's that much. I have like two pairs, that's about it, and then this t-shirt. But yeah, I don't know, I just kind of feeling this vibe. And the reason I wanted to talk about fashion is because people probably like look at me and they don't think, oh, she's into fashion. And I'm not super into fashion in the sense of name brands that are like super bougie. Like, I honestly don't know them from each other, and I probably don't know a million of amazing designers out there. Although I do love watching like designer shows and fashion shows and stuff like that. And I love Tan from Queer Eye, and he has a really fun show on Netflix. Anyhow, tangent. But fashion, the reason I want to talk about it is because it's a part of our self expression. And some people like really don't care about it, and that's cool. And that's to me part of your self expression. Like, if that's your jam, then that's your jam. And that's actually how you express your fashion, is by kind of being whatever you feel, and like probably not identifying in a certain type of fashionista category, so to say. And like one of my girls, Rhiannon, she's super. She calls herself like a hippie glam girl, and she's very into the spiritual realm and metaphysics, but she also loves all of her vegan brands and like high-end stuff, and I love it. And we're so different, but we both, to me, we love fashion in different ways. And I love more streetwear and leisure wear, and like, I'm a huge fan of Fabletics. I'm obsessed with Adidas. Adidas is like goals for me that one day I want to literally like design a line with them would be like amazing. And I want to be like a little Pharrell. And just being able to represent a brand that also is part of such a amazing culture, which is like the hip hop culture. So that's why I love Adidas so much, and a million other things. But also, let me just throw this out there: it's the three stripes, and I'm born on the third. Okay. And May 83. And my numerology for my wedding is 3, and 3 is the number of creation, and also for family and stuff. So, anywho, yeah, I love more athletic, tomboy, I think very like SoCal chick. Like, I always used to rock tennis shoes with dresses, and it's not, again, like a certain type of fashionista type of thing, and I don't think people really look at me that way, but it really is like my own self-expression, and like I love it so much. And I love not wearing makeup. I think I look and feel really good not wearing makeup, and it's something I like to do as well. And half the time, actually majority of the time, I never have makeup on when I'm doing these videos, but I also like that too, because that's my self-expression of owning that. Because I feel like sometimes, especially on Instagram, like people are full face and full everything constantly, and I think people are really beautiful without makeup on. And shout out to Alicia Keys, because she was rocking that and still rocks that a lot. And that's very rare just in entertainment. Like, who goes on stage with no makeup? Like, what? That's so cool. Um, and that's just their own self expression. And I'm not saying that people who are like full out constantly are any type of way. I think that that's amazing. I freaking love Candy Johnson, and from head to toe, makeup, hair, fit, everything is so full out. But it's like, I can tell that's her self expression. And I remember I had some friends in high school that would say, Lizzie, you could like get away with wearing anything. Because I would roll to school literally in like Tweety Bird slippers and baggy cut off sweats, and cause I was always looking like a dancer. And then whatever, rock some like crop top thinking I was Aaliyah. But at the same time, again, I'd rock tennis shoes with dresses, and I just kind of was like all over the place. But I've enjoyed owning that, because that really is so much of who I am. I feel like a lot of the times, like, you can see my background is kind of, my room is like very princessy and girly and all this stuff. And I've had so many friends come in and they're like, whoa, I never thought you'd have like a pink wall and have such a girly room, because I dress so much like a tomboy the majority of the time. But that's my self-expression. So this is about fashion, but also fashion to me, again, is self-expression. And I'm talking about all these things because I think it's fun. And especially in quarantine, my roomie and I, we were saying like, let's start playing with like our hair and makeup and clothes and whatever while we're in this, and just do things we haven't done before. So I think I'm gonna do some pink hair and purple hair while I have time, because that really is like, I have this inner unicorn that always wants to come out, but my headshots are blonde and I have to look like my headshots, and so sometimes I get like stuck with that, but right now I can really take advantage, so I'm just gonna do that, so look out for that. But what is like your self-expression, friends, and is there anything that you want to express? There's, for the most part, I feel like I express really who I am, but I think there's other things that I want to do more of, and that's like the hair and that kind of thing. So I'm definitely going to play with it more. But I just am sharing this with you guys because maybe somebody else out there wants to do that as well. And what is your self-expression? Maybe even like diving into that more could allow you to start working with brands, or, you know, just create other opportunities or whatever. And I am going to say I have definitely been guilty where I've let money get in the way of my self-expression, and the perfect example is like my job and doing the jobs that I do, because I could have a super edgy look in the industry that I work in, but because I also do a lot of brand ambassador stuff, it can be very corporate sometimes, so I have to keep it pretty clean. Like when I worked at Disney, I had to have a very clean look, and prior to Disney I always had kind of like fun colors, and then right after Disney I did black and platinum and purple, and I was like, yes. But I get it, so I had to kind of choose career over self-expression. But I think as life goes on, I can always see myself as kind of like a crazy old lady, maybe making random cameos in films or music videos, and I'll probably have unicorn hair and DJing. Like, I think that would be so me and so epic. So I hope that evolution of Lizzie, this ego self here on the material plane, can continue to self-express in whatever ways that are fun, and at the same time staying true to that inner being of living your truth. And it's really cool because if everybody actually came out into the world fully self-expressed in whatever way that that is, and again, I'm not saying you have to be full out and all crazy, like maybe your thing is, I don't know, a white tee and jeans and whatever, but if everybody just came out that way, like every day walked out of their house, one, I feel like the world would totally shift. And it sounds weird because it's like, okay, we're talking about fashion here, but when your being shifts, everything in your life shifts. And so whether that's having pink hair, or you want to do a buzz cut, or you want to rock no makeup, or you love the grunge 90s look and you're like, I haven't showered in a week, whatever is your self-expression, I'm like, please do it, because it adds so much value to other people, because you will show up differently in the world. And that's really what I get from that. So again, I'm not a fashionista, but I totally get it, and I really love the people that are into it, because you kind of give us like a buffet of a palette that then we get to choose from to kind of play into whatever it is that we want to express. So cheers to fashion, guys. And if anybody ever knows a hookup for Adidas, my goal is to be like a brand ambassador with them. I freaking love Adidas, and I have a dream that me and my husband, if we ever have kids, we're all going to have matching tracksuits, and we're going to walk in the airport and it's just going to say Katindé Crew on the back, and it's going to be real fly. So if you ever see that picture on my Instagram, give me a holla. All right, bye guys.